Gotcha, brother. Thank you, man. We are live. We're here. We're hanging out at Sickenberger Lane for the Animals for Animals Jam, sponsored by our good friends at mygaragebar.com. Check them out. Give them a like on Facebook, and Bring Them Down Productions. Rich and Eric are gems in this area.
Oh, my God. I know. They really are. They're treasures.
They really
They do so much.
They do.
Yeah.
And they're running around here in Massucci.
Oh, my God. Rich has just been like a blur. Like the past 2 days, it's just like a blur. It's glasses and, that's it.
Ashleigh DeCarr hanging with me today. Great set
what's
today.
up? Thank you so
Killing
much. It was so much fun. Oh, my God.
I'm proud of you because you're out there playing a lot now.
So much, yes.
And you weren't before.
No, I wasn't. I was a little timid, and
Yeah.
I was kind of finding my footing. But at the beginning of this year, I told myself, like, I'm not going to say no to anything.
Yeah.
And it totally has paid off. It's been so much fun. It's been a fun year.
You're killing it, and people are talking about you. You got a little buzz going on.
Really?
About
Don't
you.
listen to them. Don't
No,
believe what they
you
say.
must check out Ashleigh DeCarr. She's amazing, amazing talent. Stevie Nicks is like in your wheelhouse.
Oh my God, she's the reason that, like, when I saw her do Rhiannon on Midnight Special, I think it was like 77 or something like that. I don't know, late 70s. I was like, man, like chicks can like kind of like scream a little bit and rock out and still be badass. And I was like, I want to do that. So Stevie Nicks she's the one, man.
So that's how we can compare you to. For people that haven't heard of Ashleigh, think Stevie Nicks. And if you're a big Stevie Nicks fan, I am. I love Stevie Nicks. Ashleigh is right there up with her, and you're doing some great stuff. I'm so proud, though, that you are playing a lot.
Oh, thank you.
You were on the show back a couple years back, and we're like, we need to get you out there.
I know, and it was like the wrong time. I think I was still in California at the time, so I was
right.
Yeah, so it was just like all timing. But no, this year has been great.
It's been a good
and I just
year.
want to keep it going, So, and I've been working with a band, and they've been a lot of fun. So some new stuff coming. Hopefully, I've been doing backup vocals with Thunderwatt. I started with them this past summer, and it's been so much fun. I've learned a lot from them.
Yeah,
they're great guys.
You'll learn a lot from Jim Inman.
Oh yeah, he's the real deal. I mean, they're all the real deal.
Super,
but like super humble too. You know,
indeed.
so it's been a lot of fun.
I went to high school with Inman.
Really?
Oh yeah, he was
shit.
super talented back then.
Oh no, I know. I've seen the pictures, and he's told me all about
with his mullet. He was super talented back then, but he was also kind of like that made him weird.
Yeah, no, totally. Your music,
but that was just his genius in him the whole time. And
exactly.
Loved Jim, man. He's super talented, and he's got a great little studio over there.
Totally. Very cool.
And that's a great little angle that you should be working yourself into. Thunderwatt's doing some good stuff out there.
Yeah, they're fun. Yeah,
and they get involved with their music.
Totally, it's all about the music.
But like they'll do a project. They'll be like, "Hey, let's cover Animals from Pink Floyd from front to back," and they'll dive right into it.
Who's doing that? Yeah,
who
does that?
Jim Inman does that.
Freaking Inman, yeah.
He's a lunatic.
Yeah, no, they're crazy.
And then Uncle Genesee Joe.
Oh yeah, Genesee
Uncle
Joseph.
Joe.
Yep.
You're at. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Just walk in front of the camera.
It's cool. It's cool to break that fourth wall.
Anyhow, yeah. So having Genesee Joe there in the bag, you'll learn a lot from him, and
totally.
He's a legend.
Oh my God, yeah.
You hang out with a legend.
No, totally, and I've known him since I was very, very little, so it's fun.
Right.
Oh yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, the whole mom WOUR
radio
thing.
station.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot it. That's right. I worked with your mom at one time too.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
I was there for a brief minute,
mm-hmm.
And then they didn't like my pranks.
They didn't like your pranks?
They were too corporate.
Oh,
they were too corporate for me.
That's no fun.
I don't know how many times I got to say this today, but if you look at me, I'm really not the 9 to 5 guy.
Really? You hide it so well.
The guy doesn't listen, this guy. Wow.
Oh, man.
We got some lunatics here today.
Yeah, that's all right.
Anyways,
it's all for a good cause.
Yes, it's for a great cause.
Yes.
We're here for Stephen Swan Humane Society.
Yet again,
and you've played a few of these, huh?
I think 2013 was my first one, if I'm not mistaken.
2013?
I think 2013 or 2014 was my first one. And I think I've done every one since then.
And you've done every one since. And it's cool because you always bring out your family. And it's
my God,
it's like a DeCarr get-together.
Oh, my God, yeah. It's total madness.
They all come out. There's uncles. I met your aunts and your cousins.
They're crazy. Yeah. I can't stop them. So.
Well, how awesome is you got that family support?
Oh, my God, yeah. I love it. They were the people who, I played for first. So it's nice that they get to come out and see me do this for real. So, yeah, it's so cool.
You're still entertaining the family.
Yeah, exactly. I have no choice.
Were you that little kid putting on talent shows in front of them?
No, I was the little kid that they dragged out into the living room to play a cello sonata for them because I was just very, very shy. But I, always loved music, but performing was always something that I had to like get over. But it's easier now. You get used to it. There's still the nerves and everything, but that's part of the fun now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just get over it, and you grow and you learn from all that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, you're never gonna have the perfect gig. You got to get over that and just make your mistakes, make them fast, and just try and connect. Just try and connect with the audience.
How do you feel? How you played today?
Tonight, I felt really, really good about tonight. I was having fun. I had, some people here I hadn't seen in a while. I just came. I made it, I was this close. I just came from a wedding that I played in Hamilton, so, my adrenaline was going. So it was just, perfect storm. So I feel pretty good about it tonight. I had a lot of fun.
So you had 2 gigs today?
Yeah.
Wow, see?
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
Thanks, man. Killing it. I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. Keep it going, though.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
My phone's not working today. I wanted to see if we had any comments.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, and you're doing it great. And I'm so glad you finally cracked your shell.
I did it. I had to come from inside. The
ceiling's high for you, hon.
Yeah.
It's up there.
I hope so. Yeah,
I hope so. It's there.
Yeah, totally.
And you just keep climbing, keep doing it, keep playing.
Yeah, totally. I'd love to come back on the show sometime,
whenever you want.
Yeah, anytime you guys need to kill some time, you just let me know.
Whenever you want. You can come entertain us. The door is always open.
Yeah, no, totally. I love that.
Can people check out your music anywhere? Are you writing? Do you have any kind of music out?
That is my, winter time project. So I kind of had a really crazy summer, so I'm going to pull back a little bit. I've got gigs throughout the fall and the winter, but not as many. So I'm going to try and spend some time recording. I'm going to create an actual music Facebook page that's not my personal page, so people can go and check it out. So that's all going to be forthcoming. Yeah. So I will definitely keep you posted.
Yes, you have to. I feel like you've been inspired and you're ready to do the
now
work.
I feel like I'm ready. Now I feel like, okay, I've got the impetus for it. I've got a reason to make it now. It's not just going to sit there. So it'll be cool.
So good to hear.
Yeah.
It's funny how just life changes and turns.
Oh my God,
the twists and turns, and there'll be more.
Nothing's a straight line. Yep.
Nothing's a straight line.
Never.
But you stay on your path, no matter how crooked it is, right?
Oh yeah, totally. You never know if you're doing the right thing. You just got to do it.
You got to stay on the path.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I keep telling myself. Just stay on the path.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
We got another one coming up.
Yeah.
We got it. Ashleigh,
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This has been fun, man.
Keep kicking ass. You're doing it. Ashleigh DeCarr, ladies and gentlemen. Check them out. Upcoming gigs. You got any upcoming gigs you can promote?
Oh man, I am the worst at remembering specifically when they are.
Okay.
October 19th, I think I'll be at Piggy Pat's. October 25th, I will be at the Good Life Tavern in Camden. November 2nd is going to be a Thunderwatt show. I'll be singing backup vocals with them at Lucan's. And then there's some other stuff coming after that. I have them all posted on my Facebook page, so if you wanted to find me, you could follow me there. And I've got my gig schedule for the wintertime posted.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Totally.
How many songs in your repertoire when you play nightly?
Not many. I have enough for 3 hours.
Oh,
so
cool.
that's about 50 songs. So really not many at this point, but I am that's my other winter project is expanding the portfolio a little bit.
Excellent.
So that you don't want to play the same show twice. Or,
right.
You don't want to play the same show every time. It gets boring for me to do the same thing over and over again. So I'm rotating some stuff out and adding some stuff in.
You gonna bust out the cello?
Yes, I finally got it fixed.
Did you?
Yeah, I finally got it fixed, and I just have to remember how to play it, which turns out is not so easy. But once I get my chops back, I'm going to be doing some cool stuff with that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
cool. Well,
totally.
keep me in the loop.
I will. Yeah.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Keep
and
killing
you guys, too. Keep on keeping on. You guys are doing great out there.
Thank you.
Of course.
Good to see you.
All right.
What do we got? Motorlord coming up in a little bit. Todd, take a quick little break, man, and we'll come back. We are live at Sickenberger. Come on down. Come support the cause. Support Stephen Swan Humane Society. We have a link right there on our Facebook page and our YouTube page as well. So if you're following along, if you are watching on Facebook, click the share button. Much love to Utica Hemp Company, Zemcheck Property Repair, Heron Creek, Big Apple Music, Nye Volkswagen, and, of course, our friends here at Sickenberger Lane. I don't have anything in front of me, and I should. I should have all these cue cards and stuff like that. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to talk to the boys from Motorlord. I'm looking forward to talking to them. Get some metal in our bones, people. We'll see you in a little bit. right. There's a lot of green dots in my world, brother.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, too many, you know the acronym trips. Yeah. Anyways, how you guys doing? We are live here at Sickenberger Lane. How are you? Good to see you. You can take pictures. Go ahead. We're photogenic sometimes. At least these guys are. I'm not. I'm hanging out with the dudes from Motorlord, right?
Motorlord.
We got Ray and Ian in the house with us. It's the first time we're all meeting.
Yes,
I like
sir.
this, actually. It's
Pretty
the first
cool.
time. Tell me what's up with Motorlord.
Motorlord is a all-original rock band, man.
Love it.
Living, trying to reinvigorate some of the inspirations and influences we had from days gone by. Just putting a little bit of a modern spin on it. Try and be unique, that's all.
And you're playing with Tommy Squall down there, right? Tommy
Yes,
Squall's
we are.
part of your band, right? He's
Yes,
got
he
some
is.
sludgy riffs, don't
Yeah,
he?
he does. He plays some shit, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
He's a riff master, that's for damn sure, man. Well, you guys hit the stage. I had the sheet in front of me. I'm so not prepared for anything
Yeah, you're
today.
good, bro.
Let's see what's going on today. You guys are playing
7:45.
7:45. Well, it's not 7 o'clock yet.
Huh?
We're killing it today.
Yeah. Right?
Time just flies by.
It does.
Doesn't it?
It does.
Efficiency, man. You're maximizing your efficiencies. You're making it happen. You're a go-getter. You are. You're making
You and
things.
me are going to be friends.
Yeah, right.
I like this guy. Thank you for the boost of confidence, Ian.
Appreciate that, bro.
So, is this your first Animal Jam? Have you guys played in other bands in Animal Jam?
We've done the Animal Jam at 12 North.
Okay. Motorlord did.
Yeah,
Yes, we
Motorlord.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we had to do the reschedule because last year they had the big storm and all that.
Yeah.
Snowstorm, that's right.
That ended up being nothing.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
We're closing everything down.
Yeah.
It was some guy with dandruff.
We're of the age where if it snows a foot, we still make it out to where we got to go.
That's it.
Yeah, what the heck, man? We're upstate New Yorkers.
That's right.
Like, when did upstate New York get to be such wusses when it comes to snow now?
Well,
Oh, I know.
Think about it. Last year, oh my God, run! You gotta hide. Get the bread and milk or whatever they say,
Yeah.
and then you lock yourselves up. And you're lucky if we get 6 inches.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. I know some of these weather forecasts are kind of off a little bit, but come on, we're used to getting 3-4 feet.
Easily.
when I went out and bought a brand new snowblower, because they were expecting us to have heavy snow again, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not going to try to fight with this old one. I'm getting a new one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could have bought something else, something fun.
Yeah.
I could have lived with the other thing, but yeah. Now I got this thing that I shoot the snow into my neighbor's yard.
There you go.
It's an amazing sight.
That's great, man. Where do you guys practice at?
Chittenango.
Oh, okay, so not at your house
No.
to drive the neighbors crazy?
No, the drummer lives in Chittenango.
Okay,
Gotta go
copy
to the
that.
drummer. You know?
Yeah, go with the drummer.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, so you don't have to keep moving his shit for them.
That's what it
Because
is.
that's what happens.
Well, once they're set up, they like their space.
Yeah.
yeah.
So once he's there, we don't bother. You do your magic. We'll work around you.
Right on.
Yep.
I think this is a great time to tell a couple drummer jokes. You guys know any drummer jokes?
There's no drummer joke worth telling.
No? Pat, right there is a drummer joke.
I do
All it's
know
in
a
its own.
bass player joke. There was one years ago. It's like,
Okay.
what do you call a guy that hangs around with musicians? Bass player.
The bass player.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
I mean,
Well, he's a bass player, so.
that's the only one I know. The only,
How about, I heard a good one just yesterday, actually.
right.
How do you compliment a banjo player?
How?
Hey, man, nice tooth.
That's a good one.
That's what they talk about the folks from Tayberg. They got their summer teeth in.
We don't have to call out names,
Oh,
Ian.
hey,
Don't
summer
call out
here,
names.
summer not. Sorry. Out in the boonies.
Right. What do you call a drummer that's homeless? Or that's in between girlfriends is homeless. Sorry,
yeah.
I fucked that one up. I totally ruined that one. Yeah, that's
the one
me, of
good
course.
drummer joke we had in your bond.
I got more. No, I got more. I won't tell them right, but I do have more. How do you get a drummer off your porch? You pay him for the pizza. Pay him for the pizza. So
Works well.
yeah. And how do you know a drummer is knocking at your door? The knock speeds up.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So there we go. I think I keep telling the same drummer jokes over and over again. If you out there in social media land have good drummer jokes or any musician jokes, lay them on us. Drop us a comment over here. Even though I can't get the comments in, my phone sucks today. I don't know what it is. But probably I'm not hooked up to the Wi-Fi. But anyways, if you know any good musician jokes, let us know. I love a good musician joke any day of the week.
Absolutely.
Any day of the week, man.
None of us take it too serious. So
Right.
I mean, if you take it too serious, it's a joke.
You're in it for
itself.
the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you guys are still having fun doing
Absolutely.
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
You do original music. You don't get paid. You play in front of 3 people. You make the best of it.
But it's yours.
But you have fun, right?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's yours. It's your creation. You from the dirt, you made this beautiful thing and it's now taking on a life of its own. And if you get people that fall into it along the way and they're digging it, more power to it.
Yes. Indeed.
That's all
definitely.
Some woman asked me, she's like, see, how come you don't have kids? I'm like, I don't need kids. I have albums that will probably outlive my kids. As long as there's internet, and these podcasts will outlive all of us.
And
as long as there's computers and internet.
You can make a lot of money off your old albums, where your kid, you can only really make so much money.
Unless he's LeBron James or something, right?
Right.
And you can't really, I don't know if you make that much money around it. I'll probably make all the money when I die, is what's going to happen to me. I'll probably pass away, and then it'll be like, oh, my God, he was awesome when I really wasn't. And I'll have that 15 minutes of fame when I'm 6 feet under.
Every great artist, that's the same story.
Right?
As soon as he died, man, this guy was great. Before you died, nobody talked about it.
Yeah. Look at Sublime. Sublime comes to mind for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Sublime they were big in like Southern California on the West Coast and stuff, but they didn't really leak to the East Coast until after Bradley Noel died.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And then they released that album like right around that same time, and now they're huge. So they've always been huge. They're a legendary band.
And then after that, all of their friends started becoming something.
Yeah.
All the guys who were in the band started little offshoot bands.
True.
And they were constantly paying back the nod to Sublime. All the while you're dropping the dime, or you're getting the dime off a dead guy.
Yeah.
So it's like.
And now they got tribute bands and all that other stuff.
That's how it goes. If you look at any great artist throughout the years, once they pass, usually at the age of 27, and all of a sudden now they're worth millions,
Right. Yep. It's funny how life works out.
No shit.
That's definitely how it goes. Man,
it's a sad way is how life works.
It is, man. We're in some sad times, too. I don't want to get into all
this
nonsense either, but I am so glad you guys kept coming and hang out with me for a little while. Motorlord, I'm excited to check out the set. So how can you describe you? So you guys are heavy metal, but can you compare it to a particular heavy metal band? Who are your influences?
It's really a culmination.
Yeah.
I mean, it roots a lot in some old Thin Lizzy, Kiss,
Thin Lizzy,
UFO, Rainbow.
Also some classics.
Scorpions, up through, even the old, the old Rush.
Yeah. Rock before MTV.
Yeah.
That's the best way we can say it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I always refer to it, or we always refer to it as that second tier. After, pay homage to the gods.
We got a Sabbath tribute.
The Holy Trinity, Sabbath, Zeppelin, and Deep Purple.
Yeah.
But the bands after that, your Uriah Heeps,
Maiden, Priest.
All those people that came in, that was when it took a new life. It was great, but then it's like, let's see what we can do.
Right.
And then and it just bloomed, man. So
it did.
That's what we're rooted in right there.
Who are you guys listening to these days? Do you listen to anybody new, or are you just
constantly? There's this band out of L.A. called Gygax. They're kind of steamed in the same type of stuff we're into. Really good melodic music, I do follow a lot of that stoner rock that's out there now.
Yeah, me too.
It's a big scene out in northern Italy, Germany, Sweden out that way. Hard to get anything in the States, but that's where it's at.
They make more money out there. They do.
Well, that's it. There's a great love for original music out that way. Music in general. You're still seeing festivals out that way when you'll get like a band like a Journey on the same stage with a Metallica, and the crowd doesn't part. They're all right there, singing along with every song,
like the old days. Think about it. Look at those Cal Jams and stuff like that. There was a bazillion bands. They were all different, man. You had Styx playing next to REO Speedwagon, playing next to Sabbath, playing next to Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a plethora of like just great, jaw-dropping, drooly music.
Great music, great times.
Yep.
Definitely.
And the reefer was better back then.
I beg to differ. Beg to differ. It's become a science now.
Now it's all hybrid.
It's a science now. Now you can get it. You can get your own cannabis for the different ailments that you have and stuff like that. Back then, it's funny. We're gonna talk. We're gonna go to Canada.
We're there.
We're there. So. Back in the day growing up, they would be like, oh, this is like Northern Lights or Northern California.
Yeah.
Shit, that shit was grown in Tug Hill.
Yeah.
It was grown in Boonville, Don't try to pull that off on me. But we didn't know that back then. We were like, oh, shit, it's Northern Lights or whatever.
The first time a guy tried to say, hey, this is California Sensimilla, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I don't think you could get it around here. Maybe if somebody, stuffed it up their ass.
But nowadays you can.
Yes, you can.
Nowadays you can because there's 100,000,001 different strains.
Oh yeah.
And it's curing. It's helping people. It's not just sit there, a bunch of stoners getting high. It's medicine.
Yeah,
it's helping
what
the world.
Did they do?
It's helping the world.
Oh, I get it.
There you go.
It is. It helps cancer patients. It helps epilepsy and Parkinson's disease and. anxiety, depression, PTSDs. It helps a lot.
Sure.
Reduces violence.
And violence, exactly. Yep. You get 5 guys in a room with a whole bunch of Jack Daniels, they might start
rowdy.
a fight, but you get 5 guys in a room with some weed, they'll probably start a band.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Or it's like, dude, we should play Dungeons & Dragons. That would be great.
Right.
And then 4 days later they come out.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's also an economic boon, because you're all sitting around and like, hey, we got to order some food. Oh, here goes money back into the community,
Exactly.
Look at all these delivery services now.
Oh, yeah.
Colorado's making so much money, and Washington and all those states. And
who would have thought, though, you think about it, coffee and pot.
Yeah.
Those are like the big, everywhere.
That's true.
So you got a stimulant and a sedative.
And since we're talking about this, I got to thank my friends at Utica Coffee Roasters, one of our
Great
sponsors
stuff.
there, and Utica Hemp Company.
There you go.
There you go.
So both sponsors of the D, and it's true, man.
Knocking them out of the park.
Hemp and coffee are 2 of the biggest products out there right now, and it's natural. It's grown from Mother Earth.
That's it.
And it's a shame that there's places that where cannabis is illegal. It's stupid.
Yeah,
but hydroclodones
and
freaking oxycontins are legal let's give them to the people. Here, take it. We want you all fucked up and high and stuff like that. We'd rather have them on some weed.
Well, it's
you got me going, pal.
I think it's getting to a point, though, when you look at the way the debt epidemic has swolled over and just turned into something. It's gotten to a level of catastrophic.
Yeah.
People, it's not just like before. It would be like, another junkie died. Oh no, like 1,000 people died.
It's an epidemic, man. It is. It's an epidemic, and it starts with Big Farm.
It
starts with the pills. How many athletes have gone through injuries and they got hooked on pills, and then all of a sudden they can't get their pills anymore. They can't get their scripts anymore. They don't know where to get it. Where do they turn to? The streets.
Yep.
And then the pills turn into heroin, and then all of a sudden they're dead. And it's a shame. And it's a vicious cycle that's happening in this country. It's not just here locally, but it's going on all over this country.
Yep.
And it's a shame. And that needs to end. We need to stop. And it starts from the top, man. They're feeding the people with these bad chemicals when we should just be giving them Mother Nature.
There's money in the bad chemicals.
That's
why revenue dictates.
There's money in cannabis, too. There's money in cannabis, too.
Yeah, but what it'll do is it'll turn the industry upside down, and those people that have the money want to stay in power will start losing their money and start losing their power.
That's true.
That's what it is.
The 1%.
Give it another 15, 20 years, you'll see a difference.
I won't be around then.
Hopefully we'll all be in wheelchairs then.
Yeah, we'll all be in the nursing home, right? We'll be at the Masonic home at the time.
That's it.
Man, great conversation, man. It was good to hang out with you guys.
Hit a lot of areas,
everything.
Yeah, we could probably talk for hours. In fact, I'm going to open up the invitation to come on the podcast sometime, so you can come hang out with us in the studio.
Yeah, we got a CD that we're going to be dropping here hopefully soon. We're just waiting for the finishing touches.
Perfect timing.
Perfect, yeah.
Perfect timing. So hit me up. I'll give you the card after, and we'll talk. And we got to finish these conversations. It's important to have these conversations.
It is.
It is, brother.
It is. I have the addiction conversation a lot on my podcast. It's important to me. I've had friends pass away from substance abuse, and I've seen people get through it, but most of the time they don't get through it.
Most
of the time. And there's not too many success stories coming out of that world.
Absolutely,
and it's a shame.
That's true.
No.
And the ones that do have a success rate, we need to celebrate that.
Right.
And they need to be proud of their accomplishments and
hold them up to so people can see and take example of that.
Right.
Say, okay, how do we replicate this? How do we get this to be something sustainable?
Right.
Let's have more of this.
It's unfortunate, like a bad decision can turn into a disease, and it's a disease.
Exactly.
Whether you look at it, if you agree with me or not, it really is. And if it trickles down to family members and work performance and your job and all that. So we just want to see some sober people out there.
Absolutely, brother.
Absolutely. Motorlord, I'm glad I brought this down a little bit. I brought the mood down today.
No, it's good.
Thank you so much, though, for donating your time for Animals Jam.
We love it.
12 years we've been doing this, man. Massucci and Erica have been doing this. Man, and it's tireless for them. It's just nonstop work for them.
They do a great job.
They really do. And
really do a
also,
great job.
thank you to Big Apple Music, Zemcheck Building Restore Company. I should have a list. Can I get a list of sponsors, please? Heron Creek and Big Apple Music and Utica Hemp Company, of course. And, of course, our sponsors at the D. With Nye Volkswagen in Rome. I got you, brother. Nye Volkswagen in Rome and Utica Coffee and Saranac, too. Got to give love to Saranac since we are on Barrett Street. I love seeing the Utica Club sign right there. You see that?
No doubt, brother.
I love that. That was a monumental day when that light went on in my world.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of fun. 7:45. Come down, check out Motorlord. They're coming up in just a little bit. Get your rock and roll on, man. These guys are going to deliver. Gentlemen, thank you so
much,
man.
Much.
Hey, brother.
We're going to come back in a little bit. I've got a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of people lined up for me. I actually got people doing work today, finally. It's good. It's happening. We'll see you in a little bit.
You got it.
Always interesting down here when there's like all kinds of signs and everything flashing. As you guys notice, I am not Z, but Rich Massucci, of course, checking back in with you. And who do we got? Mr. Chris Mazzatti and Shandra Moreau. And you are not going to believe this, but this is going to be one of the cast of our Saturday All Pucked Up show that we're bringing over to Disruption Network very shortly. And we wanted to just do a quick little spot with these guys just to kind of get them back in the habit of talking about hockey. And I
never stopped talking about hockey.
I know you did, man. I know you did. And, of course, you know, the other guy, Scott Kinville, who appears on the show, too. Now, we got a little weird thing we got to tell everybody about, and that is that we can't seem to coordinate schedules. So I think what we're going to be doing is probably doing, like, two different shows with the same type of deal. It's all pucked up, maybe, like, morning and evening.
Sure.
Yeah, it's all very quick and believable, folks, I promise you. But, yeah, that's going to be the way, and I think Scott will probably be appearing on the All Pucked Up in the morning, and you guys will be more of like on our weekend where we're doing a show like 4 o'clock, 4:30, somewhere around there.
On Saturdays.
Yeah. So hopefully people can tune in, and we'll get a wrap-up of what's going on.
I figure it's a perfect time because, you know, games start at about 3:15 on Saturday typically for the NHL.
Yep.
So right at the time, they're going to go back to the booth now with Pierre or whatever. You don't need to listen to him. Switch it on over to listen to All Pucked Up.
Yep.
You could totally avoid Pierre Maguire altogether. It's great.
Thank God.
And I think, you know, for anybody out there who's wondering, because obviously we're doing this, the benefit, they've been listening to music all day, all night. And so all of a sudden we're talking like All Pucked Up. All Pucked Up is the hockey show. This is going to be our third year.
Third year.
We've been doing this on mygaragebar.com. That's an actual site, mygaragebar.com. And it's just, up until now, it's just been audio files. What we do is we record it live. We kind of download it onto the site, and we roll with it that way. If you ever watch 3 and Out, our football podcast that we just brought over to Disruption Network, same type of thing. We just felt like there wasn't a whole lot of interaction between ourselves and the people who are listening, and that's what we're definitely going for. We want to get you guys involved, and so here we are going live all of a sudden. Are you nervous about that at all? It's going to be
No, I'm not even.
No,
it doesn't even faze me.
I can tell. I don't even know why, man.
My wife was saying, like, what if people are mean to me? I'm like, I don't care. Like, I figure they will be mean to me so they can watch me get mad, and that's what people like when I get mad.
It's
so
the best.
I'm like, yeah,
Really
it's
is.
like,
and,
it's fine.
and you're actually, this is going to be your first season joining us.
Yes.
And no, wait a minute. Oh man, this pains me to say you're both Rangers fans.
Indeed.
2 Rangers fans and the Penguins fan in the middle.
Which is good. We're going back to season 1 where it was 2 Rangers fans and Massucci, the Penguins fan, except now we have a female version over here of a Rangers fan, diehard, and that way, get all-inclusive on the ganging up on you.
Yeah.
I'm a little meaner, though.
Wow. You're meaner than Yoshi?
That is meaner than me.
Oh, my
She's
Lord.
way meaner than me.
What am I getting into? So, listen, there's been a lot of stuff that's going on in the off season here, and I know as far as my Penguins go, I'm a little bit sad about Phil Kessel departing.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I think that's like the best thing they could have
That
did.
was a good idea.
Nah, he was a fan favorite, man. How can you not like a guy that eats hot dogs?
Here's the problem. First of all, he didn't eat the hot dogs. Secondly, you were always counting on Kessel at the wrong time. Every time you counted on him, he did nothing for you.
You mean
and then he would score really well when it didn't matter. When you're up 6-2, he pots in 2 more. So now you don't have to count on him anymore. He's gone.
But weren't we still living on Toronto's contract with him? Wasn't that
It was only $1.4 million a season. And now they're still paying that in Arizona.
I know.
Which is the craziest thing, that Toronto paid Phil Kessel $1.4 million to win a Stanley Cup with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, twice.
Yes. Yeah.
We want you to go do successful. Here's some money.
Here's some
have
money.
fun, kid. And now that we're done with it, we're like, you know what? Go have fun out there. And
go play with Crosby. You'll have a good time.
So the big thing that we're always talking on the show, we do a lot of, we break down each team and kind of like where they're successful, where they need some help. We talk a lot about different things like their attendance or lack thereof in some cases. And just the rules. I know we touch a lot upon like rules that are goofy, because the NHL certainly has a lot of very goofy rules.
That's the understatement of the century.
A lot of things that we always say should be changed. And you do a segment on there called Mazzatti's 5-minute major.
Yeah.
And that's.
I already got one right now.
Oh, boy.
Right now. Why are they fighting in the preseason? Why?
This is his designated section, right?
Pointless thing. Okay, it's like having an asshole on your elbow. It's completely useless. Nobody's getting you a job for fighting in a preseason game. It's not going to happen. This isn't 1986. That's not making the team anymore.
Yeah.
All you're doing is hurting people needlessly. So could we just can the fighting in the preseason? I get why they're still fighting in the NHL, and I do think it's required.
Right.
But the preseason is completely useless.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't – and there's been a bunch of them. There's like every game, there's some guy's like, I'm going to make my name by getting in a fight. Then he gets his clock cleaned. And it's like, there you go. Have fun in the AHL or the OHL or never coming back to this show again because you wasted your opportunity getting in a fight.
No, let me ask you something. All Rangers fans I've been listening to all preseason, you guys you get made some moves. You're excited about where the team's going. Let's talk about that. I tend to believe that the Rangers are going to miss the playoffs again. Go ahead. You've got literally like 2 minutes apiece to convince me why I should believe that the Rangers are now a playoff team. And go.
I'll defer to Shandra first.
Okay.
Okay. Well, first of all, Caco. Okay. That kid has got hands for days.
Okay.
He can outskate anybody on that ice. And then you've got Panarin added into the mix.
We knew the bread man was coming into the mix here.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And with those two, I think they're going to be the little bit of fire that the Rangers need to really get off their heels and move their ass.
Right on. Mazzatti.
I think it's going to come down a lot to what they do with this roster.
Okay.
Overall. A big question is how many goalies are they going to go with? You got Henrik Lundqvist, who's 204 now, years old, and does he have much more left? So far, look, he's been looking really good in the preseason. He was doing great against Philly the other night. It was outstanding. Kind of like, why are you wasting it, Hank? Let him go in now. Like, it's preseason. Like, we don't care.
Save those for later.
But he was making some outstanding saves in that game.
Yeah.
And then you got Georgiev, who did really well last year, and gold medal winner Shesterkin from Russia, who's also come over. So my whole thing is I think they should go with 3 goalies on the roster and cut one of the defensemen. Just go with the 6 defensemen when most teams go with 7. But they're probably not going to do that. I don't see them actually doing it. And unfortunately, one of these very good younger goalies is going to wind up in Hartford. I don't like to see that happen. I think both of them would benefit being there with Lundqvist and with Benoit Allaire, the goaltender coach for the Rangers. but we'll see. I think everything's going to revolve around that, though, and what they do with these defensemen. How many of them they're going to keep? They just re-signed Tony DeAngelo. I've never been a big fan of his. I don't like Brendan Smith. He seems to be back.
Yeah, it's kind of useless.
We gotta cut some of the dead weight on defense.
Right on.
If they take care of the back end, I think there's plenty up front for us now, with everything Shandra said, for us to make a real run at a playoff spot. The problem is everybody else in the Metro got pretty much better too.
Yeah.
The Devils got a lot better. They also got PK Subban along with the #1 pick overall and Jack Hughes, and the Flyers pulled out Kevin Hayes off the wire, so they're going to have him to add
nice
to the
little
mix.
Pickup.
You know, he's been filling in pretty well. In fact, he didn't play in the preseason game last night or 2 nights ago against the Rangers, and sure enough, they didn't look very good. I'm like, oh, they needed Kevin Hayes in that game.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting. I think the Penguins are going to be better without Phil Kessel.
Well,
and the Capitals are still good.
Well,
so
I've gotta
really,
tell you,
the team that's going to have the toughest time maintaining, I think, is the Islanders, because they did so well last year and they overexcelled. Are they going to be able to do it again?
Well, and we said that too, that maybe they were playing a little bit above where they should be right now.
Yeah.
You know, and they were just so charged up. One of the other things, obviously, Tavares going to Toronto, and we were like, that was kind of a chip on their shoulder that maybe they were out to prove something. You're right. They could be in line for a little bit of a letdown now. I will say that for my Penguins, I am so excited, and I shouldn't say this, but Olli Maatta, bye.
Yeah.
and starting the season with a healthy Justin Schultz, that'll be that's always something. Hey, it's raining out here a little bit.
Oh, it is.
Oh, we knew that was going to happen. But you know what? The good thing is, if you look here, don't get discouraged. We've got tents and tarps and all kinds of everything. So
Fans indoors, outdoors, under tents.
yeah, we
Everywhere.
I don't want to say we expected rain, but we might have planned for it. So
It's
don't,
Central New York.
Yeah, don't get discouraged. Still, we got bands inside too. There's all kinds of stuff still going on.
Doesn't even seem like it's going to last.
Yeah, I doubt it will. But so I don't know. Early predictions. I know it's way super
Off the Metropolitan Division?
Yeah.
My early prediction, I think, might please you. I think the Penguins take the division.
Yeah, I got to agree. As much as that hurts.
Are you trying to use the all pucked up curse?
No, I'm not using the all pucked up curse.
The all pucked up curse, just so you know, is every time we say something like, "Oh, this is definitely going to happen," the exact
never happens.
Polar opposite usually happens. And so that's become one of our things on there. That we want to jinx you. Say, "Oh, I hope they win that game. They should do very good."
Yeah, they should do good. No, I do think it's going to be Penguins. Probably the Capitals in there. I don't think Columbus makes the playoffs. I think the Devils or the Rangers. It's one of these other teams going to kick the Blue Jackets out of there.
They lost a lot.
They lost a lot of pieces last year. Yep. I don't think you can run a team that hard. That Tortorella does run that team extremely hard.
Yep, we talked about that. They're extremely injury prone.
I just think that they don't have the gas by the time the playoffs come around. So I don't think they're going to make it there. They lost Bobrovsky. That's a huge loss.
Massive.
On the other side, the Atlantic Division is going to be really good. So I don't know if we're even going to get 4 teams out of the Metro into the playoffs because, man, Florida got a lot better with Bobrovsky. And
what about the Lightning? I mean, the Lightning, the past couple of years, we said the same thing. They're powerhouses throughout the season. And then look what happened this last playoffs.
The Lightning tied a record for the best season ever.
Yeah.
And then tied a record for the worst playoffs ever by not winning a game.
Right.
So, I mean, all you can expect is that they're going to do well. They have lost Ryan Callahan and Dan Girardi.
Yep.
I can only see that as positives for the Lightning. So I think that's good for them. Like, they cut a little more dead weight and get a little better, get a little more younger guys in there. I think the Lightning are going to be fine.
Yeah.
Toronto is the schizophrenic stepchild of the NHL. I don't know what they're doing.
They don't know
what they're doing. They don't know who they're giving contracts to, how much, what they're doing. All they're doing is like spinning their fans up like a top.
Yeah.
And they're just going to go crazy. Yeah. All season long.
Well, they are consistently like the sexy pick at the beginning of the preseason. In fact, I think I took Toronto last year and said, "Oh, they're going the whole way," and then not so much. So
and Boston crushed Chicago 8-2 today.
Yeah.
And Boston just looks like, oh, we're going right back to that cup. Like, they definitely feel they left something on the table, which they definitely did. They had a 2-1 series lead in that final and lost. So They had the lead. They lost it. So there you go.
Yeah,
they got something to prove here.
What do you think of the West? Anything worth mentioning out in the West? I got to break Scott's balls because I know obviously he's a huge LA Kings fan, and the LA Kings have, well, we've said dumpster fire to refer to them, and a lot of other names for them. Any changes this year, or are they going to go right back to?
No, they're going right back down the crapper.
I think.
Sorry, Scott.
I think LA will do a little bit better. I'm a little worried about them, though. Them and the Ducks, I don't know what they did in the offseason, really, not much.
No, got older.
And Vancouver got a lot better. Like, the other teams out there are better. What's Edmonton doing? I have no idea. Seems like they're trying to use the guys they already had in system.
Which didn't really work at all.
They traded their goalie to Calgary, and Calgary traded their goalie to Edmonton. Like, that's going to fix either of those two teams. I don't know.
No, it's not.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
It's a free-for-all. Really, I think the only thing that's good coming out of the West is Vegas and San Jose again.
Wow.
There's no reason why San Jose should be too much worse. Yeah, they lost Pavelski, but I think they're still a strong team, So, and Arizona, we never know. We'll keep our fingers crossed for the Coyotes.
Yes.
They're kind of the underdog.
Yeah, but the Central's, just as tough as it ever was.
Absolutely.
Dallas got better. Minnesota got better.
Yeah, because Dallas got Zuccarello.
Well, he's in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
I've been up since 4:30 this morning. So
Yeah. I know, because you were here all night.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. So listen, I just got the wave. I got the wink saying, like, we're running out, wrap it up kind of thing. But I'm really, really looking forward to sitting down with you guys and chopping it up with hockey and getting back to our weekly All Pucked Up
Rocking
podcast.
it out on the D.
Yeah, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So I hope everybody out there tunes in. And once again, I think it's probably, I can't see the feed. I'm just like, I'm literally staring out into darkness right now, if you can see this. I don't know what's being seen on the screen, but I'm pretty sure that the link is on the thing. If you can, donate. We'd certainly appreciate that. Let's get back to Todd, and he's going to take us out to see Motorlord. See you guys.
Thanks.
one's called Dive Bomb. My monitor.
What's going on, everybody?
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. You know, I was just thinking to myself, this spectacular breeze. 30 years ago, amazing hair just flowing in the breeze. It would be just fantastic. Ah, how old age creeps up on you.
Now it's on our back.
Here's a song called Die Alone.
They do. This one's called Hard as Nails. And feel free to sing along.
How's everybody, all right? Everyone doing well?
Everyone got a beer in their hands?
That's right. Drink up, because tomorrow, everyone's got to go to church. So you might as well be real bad tonight, so you got something to talk about tomorrow.
The next one for you is going to be a power song of ours. This one's called Gambler's Blues.